speaking in front of others would be the easiest thing in the world, but for so many people, this is very, very stressful. I remember watching Naomi Osaka when she won the Australian Open and she was getting her prize. She was much, much more uncomfortable accepting the honours of the win than she was actually out there on the court getting the win. And this is often the case with us in business too. We're good at our jobs, comfortable with our colleagues, doing good work, and then we get organised and promoted, and then suddenly, well, we have to talk in front of other people. We've got to give the report for the section, or we've got to take on a project, we've got to lead the project, and suddenly things are a little bit different to when, it's just yourself. You didn't have to worry too much about anybody else and being influential. So this is where the rubber meets the road with all of us when we get our careers. And so at some point, we will have to have a better facility to be able to talk in front of others and have influence, be very clear about what we're saying, and resonate with the audience. Now, a lot of us struggle with this, and here's the really sad thing. We keep on struggling. We don't ever seem to fix that problem. We just roll from one mini disaster to the next. And if you ever get on the big stage, maybe it's an all-company meeting and it's your responsibility, and then you fluff it, boy, that's really, really bad. And now everybody knows you're hopeless. Before only a few colleagues knew it, but now everybody knows. And you don't want that. You don't want that. So why do you struggle? Don't struggle. See, there are different levels of things you need in terms of learning how to speak in front of groups. It might be just a very simple case of understanding how to plan your talk, how to open it, how to get the key points organised, how to close it, how to go to Q&A, and how to close it a second time. That's not a very complex structure, but that takes practice, and most people don't have a really good structure. So you might need a particular solution for that. We have a program which does that very nicely called Successful Public Speaking, right? So it's a one-day program, and it's really for people who need to take some of the pain out of their presentations, right? And make it a little bit more comfortable because they know what they're doing, they're in command, and they're sounding very, very professional in front of others. Or you might like to take it to a very, very high level. And this would be something where you really want to have a lot of influence. Maybe you're representing the company to an industry group or major clients, any particular very high pressure situation, then you've really got to step up. You've got to step up, and you've got to represent the firm, and you've got to be very, very credible. For that, high impact presentations is a very good program. It's 2 days. It's got 2 instructors. We video everything, massive amount of coaching in that program. This is to really lift your presentation skills level. There's going to be a preview session on the 4th of April for high impact presentations. The previous one, Successful Public Speaking, we're actually going to run that this year, July the 8th. So if it's a one-day program you need, July 8th, get that in your calendar, July 8th. Or if you want to see what a high impact presentations program is like, come to the preview, it's free. It's on the 4th of April, and have a look at that. Or you might have a different need. You might be a Japanese speaker working in a gaishke or a foreign multinational company where you're required to operate in English, and you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable speaking in front of other people in Japanese, let alone English. And plus, it's English. And so, oh my God, English. And my English isn't good enough. I should have studied harder at school, but it's too late. Here you are. And the company expects you to be able to get up there and lead the discussion or give presentations in English. Or you're having major meetings and you're there, but you're very, very silent to the point of you're invisible. So you have no credibility with the organisation because you're invisible. So how are you going to step up in your career? How are you going to be recognised for all your good work? Well, you can't stay invisible. You've got to become visible. The way to become visible is to be able to contribute in those meetings and say, look, I have an idea. Although I'd like to disagree with what was just said, and I'm going to tell you why that won't work in Japan. Or, I have a question, a little bit more detail on that. Something where you're intervening into the discussion and you're actually contributing so you are recognised and people go, oh, Tanaka-san, she knows a lot about that subject, or she made a very good point. Visibility. Now, that's a very specific program. The April 15, we will have Confident English. So this is a 4 times once a week program, so once a week over 4 weeks, program specially designed for Japanese speakers who have to work in an English environment, who want to have some more credibility, some more visibility, and want to have some ability to contribute to the discussions going on in their company. So 15th of April, you've got Confident English starting. That goes over 4 weeks. 4th of April, we have a preview for high-impact presentations. We do that high-impact, by the way, in English and in Japanese. So, at different times, both languages are available. The preview is on the 4th of April. And Successful Public Speaking one-day program, that's the 8th of July. So you might want to have a look at those dates and see if they suit. There's a bit of time there for all of those, although the 4th of April is coming up fairly soon, isn't it? So for the preview, if you want to get on that, then let us know. How do you let us know? Go to enjapan.dalecarnegie.com, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com, and look for those programs. Successful Public Speaking, 8th of July. High Impact Presentations Preview, 4th of April. Confident English starts on the 15th of April. There are a suite of speaking trainings there for you. Depending on what you need, select one of those, or you might select multiple of those. Often people who do our Confident English program come back and do our Successful Public Speaking program or our High Impact, or people who do Successful Public Speaking come back and do High Impact presentations. You may find you do more than one. Depends on the need and depends what's best for you. One thing you can be sure of, though, you're going to have excellent instruction, make lots and lots of progress, and get lots and lots of coaching. So that'll help you to be the best that you can be. I hope we can see you in one of those courses. So look for the details, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com.